See this little bee here? He's got an important job, and that's to make me a lot of money by zipping over to this beehive and zipping away so we can get more nectar to eventually bring to it. There he goes. So we just fill up a lot of jars with honey and then get the money from it, which we can use to upgrade the bee so we get more bees, give them a little bit of a speed boost, and we can also zip up the conveyor as well so we get the money sooner. And the more jars that we sell, the more we level up, and then once we get enough levels, we can unlock even more bees. Some purple bees this time, which already gives us a lot more nectar than the bees over here. So we can give them a few upgrades, exactly one. And we can also upgrade the conveyor as well so we get more money from the different jars that we sell. It was 8 before, but the new ones are already giving us 57 monies every time. That is wonderful. And since these bees are still cheap to upgrade, we'll go ahead and give them a lot more numbers to work with. And even then, they're only doing slightly better than the ones over here. We can give them a boost. Although the bees do pretty good on their own, so we don't need to click them too bad. It's mostly just clicking the conveyor belt so we sell the jars faster. And also hopefully get the conveyor up to level 9, which means that each jar sells for 112 monies. The new jars that we're selling are giving us a lot more experience, which is very good. That means we get new bees faster. And also just upgrade these bees over here, as well as these ones over here, and get the conveyor to level 10. So it already costs nearly 2,000 to upgrade it again. Nice. There's also tasks here, and I'm not sure what level we unlock those at. Oh, hey, there's a task unlocked. So we get gems for completing all of these, like improving the conveyor. So we can collect those gems. We can improve the bees 5 times for easy gems there. So we're making 4,500 monies every jar. Beautiful. And here is level 10. So we get... cookie bees? It's literally a cookie with wings. What in the world? I need more of these. 2 of those is already giving me 825 honey per second. That's almost as much as these already. And I have nearly a full thing of that. Aha, there it is. So we can reset the bees over here. That gives them a level, so they can give us more honey every time. Very nice. Now these are giving us 1,500. Oh, I like this. And we can almost reset them again because that's a full thing. I think? There it is. But we need... Aha! So the gems are for the resetting. We could watch an ad for that, but nah. Let's just devote our money to upgrading these bees and hopefully resetting them. Oh wow, we have 1,000,000 honey in the reserve. Wow. Oh yes, sell the jars like crazy. And it's almost keeping up with the production going in as I'm selling them fast like this. I think I said that backwards, but let's upgrade again so we have even more of a honey shortage. Aha, level 15, we can get new bees. Okay, we'll open this up. Radiation bees? What? Usually radiation doesn't come until like the 2nd or 3rd video, but here we are making nuclear honey over here. And now we have 5 homes here and that gives us 35,000 every time. Oh my gosh, upgrading them increases it by 5,000? Well, sure. Now we can reset both the normal bees and the purple bees again. I really just want to reset the cookie bees, but there's still so many combs that I need to fill. I need 4 more levels there, which thankfully we're getting the money for them very quickly, since we're selling the jars for 131,000 a pop. And there we can reset the cookie bees, but we need a few more gems for that. There we go. Reset the bees. Yes. Okay, why is it write 10,000 like that? This game is obsessed with using Ks, but there's like all the zeros. Oh well, and we're almost to the point where upgrading the conveyor costs 1,000,000. It is at level 30, so that makes sense. Although I wonder if we ever reset the conveyor. Well, if we haven't at this point, then maybe we don't. But hey, we have 1,000,000 monies at our disposal now, so that's a good thing. Wow, most of that went to upgrading the radiation bee. 1.4 million on the next upgrade. Goodness gracious. At least we have a lot of honey that we can sell right away. Can I get to 200,000 every jar? Yes, 360,000. That's even better. Now all the cookie bees are filled up, so they're ready to reset, even though I don't really have the ability to do that anytime soon. I can't even imagine how many gems it takes to reset the radiation bees. Although the experience bar is filling up quickly enough that we might see a new type of bee soon, right down here, especially if we just upgrade it again. Shortage problem, forget about it. Oh man, the jars are selling for 2 million when they're at capacity. That's the interesting thing though. The jars aren't even necessarily waiting for capacity, so we're making less money per jar. Very interesting. And I think the amount of experience we get is based on the amount that the jar sells for, not necessarily that we're selling the jars. I see. Well, let's go ahead and give the purple bees a reset because we can get a lot of them back with the 10 million monies that we have. Very nice. They're ready to reset again. More radiation bees for us, which is making 1 million every second. My gosh. There, we're starting to catch up on the honey production there. The number isn't quite reaching 0 anymore. A few more radiation bees upgrades ensure that, and they cost, oh, only 25 gems to reset. Not as bad as I thought, but we're about to see level 20. Look at that bar jump up. I like it. Now, what sort of bee do we get now? A lamp bee? Isn't that just a moth? It's literally a light bulb. These are the brightest bees of the bunch, and upgrading them costs 16 million. My goodness. These are some expensive bees. Ooh, and we can reset the radiation bees. That sounds like a good idea. Get a whole bunch of them back, and we can get 720,000 every second off of 16 bees, but we can just increase that number very quickly because we're doing very good for ourselves. So now they're back up to 1 million, and we're not even at full capacity on radiation bees, and the experience bar is still moving up at a very good pace. But maybe we are reaching 0 because the capacity of the honey jars is 3.8. 5 million now. I need to stop hitting that button. I need to work on my bees. Okay, let's try do some mental math here. We're getting some production every minute or every second from this, which is, let's say 2.5 million. And the jars sell every 2 seconds, it looks like. And the capacity is 5 million. So we're a little shy of going positive on the storage here. So if we just upgrade the bees some more, so there's 3 million every second, then that should mean that this number will steadily start to grow now. I see it dip down to the 100,000s, but not necessarily 0. Okay, there's a 0. Time to get some more lamp bees on our side, so they're producing 2 million every second. There, now we're getting extra honey right there. Extra honey means extra money. Isn't that funny?
Brother, this guy stinks!
And now we're at level 25, so that gives us a new type of bee. A spinner bee. Is that like the wind propeller things? Oh. That's not even a bee, that's cheating. But hey, it gives us some good honey, so, you know, if it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck sort of thing, right? Although it doesn't even look like a bee, so I don't know what that analogy was. I tell you, with this kind of production, you could give all the honey back to the bees, and then they would shut down like all production and go on vacation for the first time in like 27 billion years. I feel like that's the plot point of a movie. Well, I have enough gems to reset some of the bees, and since I need to improve the bees pretty quickly, I really wonder just how many times I can reset these bees so that's just a crazy amount, or how many times it would take. Look at that, they're level 4 and it only gives 12,000. It's very not worth it to do that. These poor little bees being outranked by cookies and fidget spinners. And even though I'm clicking these fidget spinners like crazy, we're still not going positive on the honey production. I'm supposed to be getting 1 billion monies every jar. What is this? And the game wants me to upgrade the conveyor again. Do you know how much I'm struggling here to keep up with it? At least if I just wait for the honey to collect, then this will give me enough gems to reset the spinners again. And I have a nice amount of money stored up, so I can give them a lot of upgrades at once. And selling all the jars super quickly, even for littler amounts, means that we have a new type of bee available to us. And that is the ball bee.
Ball bee!
I swear, if it's just a beach ball. No, it's a tennis ball. Thank goodness, I was getting worried about the beach balls, but hey, we'll just give them a whole bunch of upgrades. So we're easily making 1 billion every second, and now we're getting into the positive. 600 million every second on 20 tennis balls. I like it. I think that means that these things can reach up to 1 billion once they're at 30. Oh, even better. They're only at 25 and they're making 1 billion. I like it. Also, I just noticed that our conveyor is almost at level 60. I'm thinking when I get these guys to level 30, I can just let them sit for a while because they're pulling the most weight here. And I don't think it would work well for me to reset them yet. Although we do have 41 gems, so we can reset something. The spinner bees at level 4 and fully upgraded should get us to 1 billion from them as well. And sure enough, we're only at 29 cells, it looks like, but the last one should give us 1.2 billion. Oh, not quite. That's okay, because now we're getting 2 billion every second, especially since that's gonna put us over 100 billion storage honey. That's the phrase, I promise. Oh, hey, they're not even full yet. Hold on. There's the 1.2. I knew it. And then the ball bees being full. Bee. I swear that's the longest I've gone without making a bee pun. But if we reset them, that's gonna be 3 billion every second. I think we can get a comfortable cushion on the storage of honey and just, you know, sell enough of these to have a whole lot of money stored up for us. And this is taking me a lot of clicks in order to wind down the storage. That's a good sign. So we'll just get a very, very comfortable amount of money. And then all the storage gets wound down, and then we reset the bulbies with 260 billion monies to use, so we can get all those back very, very quickly. Completely full, and there's 3 billion right there. It's perfect. Okay, we've had some crazy things so far. Cookies, lamps, spinners, balls. What's next? A cool bee. Oh, please tell me it's a bee with sunglasses. Yes, it's a bee with sunglasses. I also love, oh yes, I love the 15 billion before the first reset too. Hey, the collect honey objective is in the trillions now, yay! And we can upgrade the conveyor comfortably this time for another task to be completed. And let's reset the cool bees and just buy up as many of them as we can. And click on all these bees because that's an objective. That and I need something to do while I'm waiting for the money to roll in. And I will say it is quite the slow process in order to get the bees leveled up enough so that this number just keeps going up. Like just these 2 bees alone, we're looking at 47, almost 48, okay, 48, almost 50 billion honey coming in every second. And that's just barely keeping up with the amount that we're selling as well. What's even crazier is how cheap it is to reset these bees too. Anything less than 30 account is cheap, but we just need to give the conveyor 2 more upgrades and we have a nice conveyor, which puts us in negative production again. Why do I do this to myself? Well, we can actually reset the ball bees right now, which will give us 50 billion every second just on them, which I kind of need to do because we're selling 65 billion at a full jar. 65 point nice billion every jar. Nice. It's just too bad that they're super expensive to upgrade. And that seems to finally put us in the positive on honey production there. So we can just let this roll until we hit level 40 because that'll give us the new bee. Level 40 is here and that means new bees. Chicken bees. I don't even know what to think anymore. It's literally just flying drumsticks. Shouldn't those be like wings or something like that? Well, we can reset them right away with quite a few gems left over, and getting the level 2 chicken bees all the way up is 300 billion there. I had to upgrade the cool bees again, so that's 500 billion there. That's a lot of billions. But that should be enough of a buffer to upgrade the conveyor twice, because that's all the money I had. But hey, it's enough of a buffer that we're keeping 50 trillion honey in reserve, and we can reset the chicken bees again. So I wish I had more money. Well, I can just speed up the money making because I can quickly sell a whole lot of these. So now the chicken bees are giving us 600 billion every second. And we have enough gems to reset the cool bees once more. So once all these guys are upgraded as far as they can go, then they are producing 1 trillion honey every second. That means we can upgrade this one quite a few times, as long as we have the money to fund it. So we're getting a nice amount of capacity every jar, and a little bit more, so it's still looking nice. And then there's 1 trillion every time we sell a jar, which is absolutely crazy. So we can reset the chicken bees and hopefully get a whole lot of them. Now the chicken bees are also giving us 1 trillion before they're even fully upgraded. So now we can sell the honey at a very comfortable pace while we wait for level 45 to roll around, because that'll give us the final bee. It took a lot more upgrading, but here we are, level 45. So the final bee is available to us. Hopefully it produces a lot of honey, because now the factory needs a quintillion amount of money to upgrade. But here we go. It is the mutated bee. What does that even look like? It is, oh, it's got 2 sets of wings. Well, that's fun. Let's just get a lot more of those because they only cost single-digit trillions to get leveled up. So that gives us 1.5 trillion every second at just the base level, which sadly is not enough to keep up with the 76 trillion capacity each of the jars have. But we have a lot of gems left over, so we can just go ahead and get all these upgraded again. So in the future, it probably would even out to being good for us. But really, that's all the bees that there are. But at least it doesn't take us too long to get to 1 quintillion money, so we can upgrade the factory once more. So each jar is 100 trillion in capacity. So I think that's where I'll end the video of this little bee clicker game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Lots of crazy bees and non-bees going on here. So thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern. And thank you channel members including Bread, Mr. Cripple 1, Ancient Elixir 1, Corby Farm, Dakota C, Donamoto, Devion X, Muffin Stuffer, Lucas S, Splattersax, Real Nickname, Edward, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Droopalong, TJ, Seriously Sarcastic, Angels, Lily Bites, Levi, and The Miner Within.